Welcome to the first episode of Inbox. So even though I asked you guys to write me beautifully written questions, this question wasn't written the best. So I'm not going to be putting it on screen or reading it out. However, the question ultimately boils down to, what are you supposed to do when you feel social anxiety, and how can you not feel it ever again? Now, I'll help you get through your social anxiety, but let's get one thing clear before we get any further. It's never going to 100% go away. Uncomfortable situations are still uncomfortable. I mean, I would consider myself quite the outspoken guy. I mean, ask anyone who has ever worked with me, had a class with me, or literally anyone that knows me, but I still feel uneasy at times. You know, if I'm going to give a speech to a bunch of people, or I'm talking to someone new or important, or I'm talking about uncomfortable things to someone, I still get a little shaky. I feel it in my chest, in my throat, my voice a little bit, but I still fight through it. Now, the solution's simple, but it's definitely not easy. It's just talking and putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations. Now, I'm not just going to run you dry. I'll give you some tips along with that, but it really is just doing that. I mean, think about it. If I suck at baseball, but I want to get better, I practice. Now, I'm not going to be ready for the MLB after my first practice. I mean, hell, I'll probably see little to no difference. But after a week, I'll notice I throw a little better, and then maybe I start to hit the ball a little further than I used to. And in my first ever practice, I'm not trying to hit home runs. I'm learning how to swing. This is the same thing. You need to practice. You'll probably not notice anything right away. It's baby steps. You find the level that you're currently at, and then you put yourself in a situation one step above that. If you can do a speech to some friends, try speaking to a class. If you can only talk to a few people you already know, just try talking to one or two new people. And if you really can't talk to anyone, just try talking to cashiers and making a little bit of small talk. When you look back after a while and you see the progress, you should be proud of the things that you've done. Because it may not seem like much in retrospect, but you got there by yourself. And it took a lot of confidence and bravery during that time. And sometimes you just need to take a step back and realize all that you've done. And you also need to make sure that you focus. Don't worry about other things, just focus on the conversation. Make sure you enunciate, that your head is high, your shoulders are back. Practice some of that eye contact. If you really need it, there are some videos on here where you can practice making eye contact by holding eyes with a with a bunch of stock footage of nice white dudes and Asian ladies looking at you. And like I said earlier, it isn't going to completely go away. Even if you got the level of doing presidential speeches, you're still going to fumble a few conversations. MLB batters still strike out, and pitchers still have garbage games where everyone gets a hit off them. But you know what they do instead of quitting? They go right back to practicing. Or, cheating, since, all sports nowadays. So yeah, good luck out there. This will be the first video in the winter break special. For the next 2 weeks, you guys should expect a video a day. So if you have a topic or question for me, write me a beautiful letter in the form below, and I'll likely get to it. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the winter special. And until next time, stand up straight. Bam.